Let's watch this. Every feeling you can't name, explain. Let's watch something more light and more fun. I see this kind of video genre explode on YouTube. Like just very recently, at this few months. So a lot of people would say this kind of video is like pseudoscience. But let's see if we can learn something from this.
Sonder, you're sitting in traffic and you glance over at the car next to you. There's just some random person in there tapping their fingers on the wheel.
Sonder, complete in their own world.
Completely in their own world. And for a second, it hits you. That person has an entire life, a childhood, a set
Oh, I had this feeling before.
of fears, an argument they've been replaying all week, a favorite song, people they love, a whole story that's just as long.
Yeah, sometimes you'll be. You know, sometimes when I go to a mall, right, I like to people watch. When I'm hanging around with in a mall, like just eating food with my friend, right? When I try to pick a restaurant seat, I'll try to pick a seat where I can people watch. My sounds like a strange thing to do. Kind of observe people like they are just NPC those, yeah. But sometimes I realize that all of them, they have their own life story. They're going through something, and life is hard in general for most people. And I didn't realize I'm sondering here. Yeah, what?
And complicated as yours. And you'll drive away and never know a single thing about any of it. That feeling is called sonder.
Sonder.
It's that moment when you realize that every single person around
Yeah, you are just one of the NPC, bro. Yeah. I mean, you're probably I'm probably a more boring NPC. Yeah.
you is living a life
Streaming React content. What a boring NPC content creator.
that's just as full and real as yours. It sounds odd. Every single person around you is living a life that's just as full and real as yours. It sounds obvious when you say it out loud. But when you realize that every single person around you is living a life that's just as full and real as yours. It sounds obvious when you say it out loud.
It's like all other people, they're all NPC. Besides me, my life is real. Yeah.
But actually feeling it, really feeling it, is something.
But when you really start to sondering, you realize that I'm not the only one in this world. You guys have this feeling before?
Your brain tries to actually
You're realizing you are not that special. You are unspecial snowflake.
grasp that every face you see is a whole person. And then it kind of gives up because the scale is.
It kind of minimize your problem though when you think of like everybody have their own life and stuff, and they're all going through something, and their family, they have their lover, they going through some breakup. Probably they got cheated on before, or they're in some lawsuit. They're trying to lose fat. Some people have too much money. Some people have they're going through the bankruptcy and stuff.
Too much. It's one of those feelings that's hard to describe as either good or bad. It's just big.
It's just big.
High wreath.
Yeah. Wow. High wreath. What is high wreath?
You
High wreath.
probably know what nostalgia feels like.
Uh-huh.
That warm, slight.
What's the definition of nostalgia?
You probably know what nostalgia
Nostalgia literally means the pain from the old wound. Sure.
feels like. That warm, slightly sad pull toward the past. But there's a version of it that goes a step further, where you're not just missing a time, you're missing a place.
Missing a place?
Or a feeling. Or a version of your life that doesn't exist anymore.
That's nostalgia, right? That's another version of nostalgia?
And the hard part is that even if the place still exists, the thing you're actually missing doesn't. You can go back, but it won't be the same. In Welsh, they call this hyrith.
Hyrith.
It's a longing for home, but a home you can't return to, or maybe one that never quite existed the way you remember it. Welsh speakers, home you can't return to, or maybe one that never quite existed the way you remember it. Welsh, but a home you can't return to, or maybe one that never quite existed the way.
A deep, wasteful longing for the home you can't return to. What's wasteful? This is the first time I've seen this word. Wasteful? What is that?
You remember it. Welsh speakers will tell you it genuinely doesn't translate into English.
There's no word for it.
Not because they're being dramatic, but because we really don't have a word for it. People feel it for their childhood neighborhood after it changes, for the early days of a relationship, for a summer that felt like it would last forever. There's a grief to it, even though technically nothing bad happened. Things just moved on, and somewhere in that gap, Hiriath lives. Limerence.
Okay, sure. This is basically like nostalgia, but a more depressing nostalgia, maybe. Yeah. High riff. That's how you say it. A depressing nostalgic feeling.
You know that phase on.
What is this?
And somewhere in that gap, Hiriath lives. Limerence.
Limerence.
You
Limerence.
know that phase early on with someone you like, where your brain basically stops working? You've had maybe 2 real conversations with this person, but you've already thought about them an embarrassing number of times. You check your phone more than
Oh, limerence. This is basically you just fall in love, right? They create a fancy word for that. It's called limerence.
you want to admit. When
Yeah.
they do message, there's this little rush that doesn't make sense given how little you actually know them. That's
Yeah.
not just a crush. A psychologist named Dorothy Tenoff studied this in the 1970s and gave it
That's a crush.
a name, limerence.
Limerence.
What makes it different from just liking someone is how involuntary it is. You're not choosing to think about them constantly. Your brain is just doing it over and over.
You can't help it. It's a feeling of love. What is love?
And it doesn't stop until it gets the information it's looking for. Because the real thing limerence is after is reciprocation.
Limerence. It sounds like bullshit. Sorry, guys.
It's not just about the person. It's about whether they feel it too. Every small thing they do gets read into.
It's love, basically.
A fast reply means something.
Yeah.
A slow one means something else.
Yeah, this sounds like bullshit. Sorry.
The moment the uncertainty disappears, either they like you back or they don't, the feeling tends
I mean, this is a true feeling, but why do I have to overcomplicate like falling in love
to fade pretty quickly, which tells
by
you
giving it a new name called limerence?
a lot about what it actually was.
So,
Canopsia.
Kinopsia?
There's something specifically unsettling about a place built for people when the people are gone. A school during summer break. An office on a Sunday evening.
Sorry, I miss it. What was this? Kinopsia.
There's something specifically unsettling.
Sex, money, and power?
About what it actually was.
Sex, money, and power.
Feeling tends to fade pretty quickly, which tells you a lot about what it actually
That's the old me. Now I believe in love too.
Was.
Type shit.
Feeling tends to fade pretty quickly, which tells you a lot about what it actually was.
Yo.
Canopsia.
Kinopsia.
There's something specifically unsettling about a place built for people when the people are gone. A school during summer break. An office on a Sunday evening.
Oh, it's like a back room. Why? It's like a
a stadium an hour after the game ended.
Oh yeah.
Cups still on the floor.
Kinopsia. I feel like they're just making up names, man.
Lights still on. These places were designed
for those kind of strange like an abandoned water park or a abandoned amusement park. You have this kind of feeling, like
crowd.
Kinopsia.
The chairs, the signs, the layout. All of it assumes people are supposed to be there. And when they're not, something feels off in a way that's hard to explain.
Yeah.
That's canopsia.
Kinopsia? Something feel off? I would like to, have a solo picnic there. That would be fun though. And just lie there and do nothing. And I feel like you're the only one. You get abandoned by the whole world, and you're the only one in that space. But it really doesn't matter because you can do whatever you want. Have you guys watched a movie that I'm Legend by Will Smith, right? Yeah, when the whole world go to shit, when shit hit the fan, and you're still chilling. You're just still chilling there. Yeah. I feel like I'm a heartless motherfucker. Schizophrenia.
Actually,
I don't know what schizophrenia is. It means you get old and you forget about stuff. My English is actually pretty bad. So
off in a way that's hard to assumes people are supposed to be there. The chairs, the signs, the layout are supposed to be there. And when they're
schizophrenia.
Not, something feels off in a way that's hard to explain. That's canopsia.
Kinopsia?
The eerie feeling you get in an abandoned...
What the fuck? Yeah. No racist slur, bro. I might get banned, bro. Yeah, let me give you a time's up. Yeah, yeah. What the hell? No racist slur, bro. What? Yep. Okay, cool. What's up, guys? Yep. You're watching this video called what's it called? Yep.
Place that used to be full of life.
What's up, guys? Yep. Every feeling you can't name, explain. Yep. Let's go.
When they're not, something feels off in a way that's hard to explain. That's canopsia.
Kinopsia.
The eerie feeling you get in an abandoned place that used to be full of life. What makes it different from just being in an empty room is that you can feel the absence. Life. The eerie feeling you get in an abandoned place that used to be full of life. What makes it different from just being in an empty room is that hard to explain. People are supposed... That's canopsia. And when they're not, something feels off in a way that's hard to explain. That's canopsia. The eerie feeling you get in an abandoned place that used to be full of life. What makes it different from just being in an empty room is that you can feel the absence. If you'd never known the place was full, it would just be a room. But because you know what it's supposed to be,
I mean, if you're overthinking that's every place you, I mean,
emptiness has a texture to it.
I don't know how to describe it. I have this feeling before too, but I'm not scared when I'm in a room where I'm in a space where there's like huge and it's empty. But
people get the same, but because you know what it's supposed to be,
it's like a creepy feeling. I don't know how to describe it.
Emptiness has a texture to it.
So what's up, guys?
Same feeling from old social media profiles that haven't been touched in years, or home videos of people who have since died. The structure is still.
I think sometimes you're just overthinking, man.
There, the person isn't.
Keep nausea.
That gap creates something genuinely strange. Chrysalism.
Chrysalism.
There's a reason so many people say they love rainy days, and it's more specific than just liking the look of rain. So many people say they love rainy days, and it's more specific than just liking the look of rain. When it's properly pouring outside, loud enough to hear, bad enough that going out would be miserable, and you're inside, warm, with nowhere to be. Something shifts, be miserable, and you're inside, warm, with nowhere to be. Something shifts. The outside world and all its demands becomes physically unreachable. And in that, there's a kind of permission. Permission to stay put, to not deal with anything, to just exist where you are.
That's a fun way to put it.
Chrysalism. Named
Chrysalism.
After the chrysalis, the cocoon a butterfly lives in before it emerges.
Basically, you just don't give a fuck.
It's that specific feeling of being sealed off from the world.
Being sealed off from the world?
A way that feels safe rather than trapped.
Okay.
What makes it work is the contrast. The noise of the storm outside is actually part of what makes the warmth inside feel so good. The noise of the storm outside is actually part of what makes the warmth inside feel so good. Your brain registers the difference.
Yeah, I have this feeling before.
Relaxes.
Yeah.
That's
a true feeling.
It's why some people will crack a window just to hear the rain better. Velocore.
It's that the whole world is going to shit, right? That's war going on, and you just don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's war going on in Gaza and Israel and stuff, but you just don't give a fuck. You just want to, watch Netflix tonight, and you read a book and stuff. You're chilling. You're being like, That's that feeling, right?
Used bookshops have an atmosphere.
You protect your own little energy there.
That's hard to put your finger on.
Do not let people disrupt with your energy.
It's not just the smell
very
of
important,
old paper,
guys.
though that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's something about the objects themselves. The fact that every bookshops have an atmosphere that's hard to put your finger on.
Atmosphere.
It's not just the smell of old paper, though that's part of it. It's something about the objects themselves. The fact that every book on those shelves has already had a life before it ended up here. Someone bought it, maybe read it cover to cover.
What's that name of the feeling again?
People will crack a window just to hear the rain better. Velocore.
Velocore. How they even come up with those kind of name though?
Used bookshops have an atmosphere that's hard to put your finger on.
How they even come up with this kind of name?
It's not just the smell of old paper, though that's part of it. It's something about the objects themselves. The fact that every book on those shelves has already had a life before it ended up here. Someone bought it, maybe read it cover to cover.
Someone bought it.
Maybe didn't. Left a receipt inside as a bookmark, or underlined something that meant something to them at the time. And then for whatever reason,
every book have that story and
it
stuff.
got let go. And now it's here.
I'm still trying to figure out what kind trying to feel that kind of feeling.
Available again.
Some of this feeling I can't really resonate with though. Yeah, that's the thing.
Waiting for someone new. Velocore is the word for that feeling. The quiet, slightly sad atmosphere of used bookshops and secondhand stores. Places full of objects that used to belong to someone's life. Used bookshops and secondhand stores. Places full of objects that used to belong to someone's life and now don't. In secondhand stores. Places full of objects that used to belong to someone's life and now don't. There's a melancholy to it.
Melancholy?
But it's not a heavy one. It's more like a soft reminder that time passes. Things change hands, and the world is full of small histories you could spend a lifetime discovering. Monocopsis.
It's just this uneasy feeling that you feel like, life is short, and a lot of things don't matter, and there's a lot of things that you can't control. It sounds a bit dystopia and depressing, but
You're at a party.
Yo, my English is pretty bad though. What's melancholy? What's melancholy? Melancholy? Melancholy. A state of deep, pensive, and often quiet sadness. Oh, melancholy. Yeah, that means like depressing, right? Yeah, whatever. It's a fancy way of saying like depressed. You are depressed.
Or
What's
a
up,
work
street?
event
Yeah,
or
what's
some
up? What's up?
gathering where everyone
It's bittersweet.
seems comfortable and the
Bittersweet. Sure. Nimble.
conversation is flowing, and you're fine. You're talking to people.
Okay. What's the phrase again?
Discovering. Monocopsis.
Monocopsis. Monocopsis.
You're at a party or a work event or some gathering where everyone seems comfortable and the conversation is.
But you are just. Oh, I think I have this kind of feeling before. You're in a social gathering and stuff, and that's not conspiracy theory. It's every feeling that you can't name explain. Maybe it's conspiracy. Yeah, I don't know if any of this is like factual, but it's just maybe some cultural stuff. Yep.
Flowing. Party or a work event or some gathering where everyone seems comfortable and the conversation is flowing, and you're fine. You're talking to people. You're smiling. Nothing.
Yeah, but you don't feel like connected. You feel like you shouldn't belong there, and you're just there to try to blend in, try to act like a human being. I think I have this kind of feeling before because you don't want to get left out from the group, right? It's like the worst feeling ever. You know, if you're not social, you it's really hard for you to survive. You're not a very social person, and you are not like super successful, right? That's ADHD.
Wrong, but there's this low-level, constant feeling that you're
like you don't belong here. I mean, you don't blend in. You're just here to pretending that you're a human being that's very very social. Maybe that's this. Yeah, sometimes I will feel like that too. Yeah,
slightly off, not unwelcome.
Like you are the alien. You're looking at yourself from a bird's eye view, and yeah, it's just yeah. But you still on the surface, you still look like very social. You still blend in with the crowd and stuff.
Like a piece that doesn't quite fit the puzzle it's been placed in. Monocopsis is
that's spot on.
The word for that.
Monocopsis, fancy.
A subtle, persistent feeling of
I don't want to know if this is the real word.
Being out of place.
Monocopsis.
What makes it different from just being shy
is
that it doesn't really go away once you relax or warm up. It's more like something about your frequency doesn't match the room, and no amount of adjusting closes the gap. People who feel this regularly tend to have the same quiet thought underneath it all, that somewhere there's a room they'd walk into and it would just work, where fitting in would be effortless, where they'd stop noticing the gap. Most of us spend a decent would be effortless, where they'd stop noticing the gap. Most of us spend a decent amount of our lives looking for that room.
Yeah, third person views of your own life. Mauer, what's this? Fuck, I don't want to pronounce it.
Kite.
This
one comes from German, which should surprise nobody given the length of the word and the precision of what it describes. Someone reaches out to you, a friend, a family member, someone who genuinely wants to spend time with you and hasn't done anything wrong, and something in you just closes. You make an excuse, say you're busy, put it off, and then you sit alone, which is technically what you chose, but it doesn't feel good either. Mauer Traurigkeit.
Traurigkeit. The inexplicable urge to push people away, even close friends or people you like. I mean, sometimes I'll do that too, because yeah, yeah. I actually promised my sister to go to his like graduation ceremony, but I just tell him I can't do it at the last minute because I need to work, right? And I kind of feel bad about it, but because I've gone through enough incident where I go to an event and I regret it after that, and I don't want to repeat that kind of regret again. So you know, so that's a new JJ, bro. Yeah. Right, bro. Yeah, no more racist love, bro. Yeah, we good. Yeah,
roughly what you chose, but it doesn't feel good.
I've changed, bro. And back to a story, and I don't want to do the things that I'm gonna regret. So I'm gonna minimize my regret by just rejecting the people like upfront. That's some short term pain, but in long term, I think I can live with my decision. I might hurt the people's feeling a little bit, but he kind of know where he stands between our relationship, right? Then yeah, that's so this is the feeling.
Bauer Traurigkeit,
Okay.
roughly the wall
Good luck for you too.
builder's sadness, is that the urge to push people away, even when you don't.
I mean, sometimes you just want your own space, right? You sometimes people invite you to some birthday event or some party. Yeah, but now I don't do it anymore. So, yep, Mark. So I've changed, right? I've taken a 1 month break. I do a lot of self reflection. So now I'm becoming a better person. I hope we can grow together too, right? Yeah, Mark. And yeah, and I might get banned, bro. Yeah, if I don't more, yeah. Don't look at my chat, bro. And yeah, I don't want to get banned again. I get banned at one time, and I learned my lesson, bro. Yeah, we always try to become a better person, right? Yep. Let's grow old together. What the fuck? No, bro, I'm young as fuck. Not sure noodle. What's up? So I'm saying like, So sometimes people will invite you to some party and stuff, and you don't want to go. But you don't want to hurt their feeling by rejecting them too. But it's better to just hurt their feeling upfront and just reject them now than regret your decision later. And you just feel like you waste of time. I mean, as you grow older, you kind of know what is important. And you start to say no to more things. And I think that's very normal. And he kind of coined this kind of feeling with this kind of urge to push people away with Malboro go Kate. I don't know how to describe that.
Different from just needing alone time is the involuntary
Yeah,
quality
bro.
of it. It feels more like a reflex than
a decision.
And then there's the loneliness that follows.
Yeah.
The particular kind that's hard to complain about
What's
because
up?
you created it yourself. Anamoya.
Anamoya?
You find a book of old photographs, or stumble on some footage of a city street from the 1970s, or watch an old home video with those washed out colors and the slightly wrong aspect ratio.
And you want to relive, you want to live in that time, maybe?
And you feel this pull toward it, a longing for that time,
Yeah.
that look, that pace of life, which doesn't make much logical sense because you weren't there. You have no memories of it. There's no real reason to miss something you never had. And yet the feeling is real and it's pretty common.
Oh, you feel like you belong to the place that you don't really.
It's
you don't really?
called
What's up? Mexican donkey. What's up?
Anamoya, nostalgia for a time you've never known.
We are watching this video. Every feeling you can't name, explain. Yeah. Basically, you feel something in the past, but you don't, you can't. I'm.
The reason it happens is pretty straightforward. Old media nostalgia for a time you've
You feel something but that kind of feeling, you can't describe that kind of feeling. Yeah.
never known. The reason it happens is pretty straightforward. Old media only shows you the good stuff. The
And he's
photos
trying to describe that kind of feeling. Yeah.
that got kept were the nice ones. The footage that survives tends to be celebrations and ordinary days that someone thought were worth recording. You're not seeing what it was actually like to live then. You're seeing the highlight reel, filtered through an aesthetic that now feels warm and familiar. What you're really longing for is probably simplicity, and the past just happens to be the easiest place to project.
Yeah, so go older. The world's a more complex place because of money, right? Yeah, because of money. Everything is about money, unfortunately. So, I mean, yeah. You have to make money with the constant in a survival mode and stuff. And people have like different motive and intent in the adult world. So you kind of like miss the good old days where everything is just simpler. Yeah.
That onto Occulism.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I feel like this guy is very good at coming up with like new names and stuff. Yeah.
be the easiest place to project that onto. Occulism.
Occulism, guys.
Sometimes, usually when you're tired or staring at the sky too long, you get this sudden, uncomfortable sense of how small you are.
Yeah.
There are 8 billion people on this planet right
Occulism.
now.
Yeah,
all
that's
doing
right.
Something. The universe is so large, the numbers stop meaning anything.
You have this kind of feeling that you don't matter, but you actually matter. But I mean, you can change your own world, but it's very hard to change the world. But it starts with changing yourself first. Yeah.
You are one person in one place in one tiny window of time in a history that goes back billions of years. And yet somehow, the thing you said at work last Thursday is taking up most of your brain right now.
Yeah, because it's just I feel it's very normal, right? Especially if you have like maybe you're higher social status and stuff, or you're holding or you're important person basically in in amongst your peers or something. You're important person amongst your community, and you're contributing something. Sorry, my brain's stopped working suddenly. But
That
whatever.
feeling is called oculism, the awareness of how small your
You feel like you don't matter, but you matter too at the same time. Is it so?
experience compared to the actual scale of everything. Some people find it freeing, like the pressure comes off when nothing
It's a very hard feeling to describe too.
that much in the big picture. Others find it unsettling, like the floor briefly disappearing. Most people find it both, depending on the day. Either way, it
I hope I'm the son of billionaire,
tends
bro.
to show up uninvited and leave on
Yeah, billionaire will be the new poor after trillionaire is a thing.
its own schedule. Onism. You're going to
Onism.
live one life, one timeline, one body, one sequence of days. And at some point, that becomes very real to you.
Yeah.
Every choice you make is also a choice not to make 100 others. Every city you live in is a city you picked over dozens you didn't. Every path you take closes off paths you won't.
Yep.
The life you're building is, by definition, being built at the
I feel like this video is a bit depressing.
cost of every
All of this video is all of this feeling is associated with it's a bit cynical and depressing.
other
Yeah.
version you could have had. Onism is
Regret.
the frustration of being stuck.
The awareness of how little of the world you experience. Not really if you're really successful, right? Not really. Yeah, I mean, money can open gates to a lot of stuff, but if you're just a normal person, and that's fine, right? That's fine. You experience your
in just
stuff in your own little world, and I think that's enough.
one place and one life. The
Yeah.
quiet awareness of how much you're missing simply by being here, living this version, rather than any of the other ones that were technically available to you.
Why is your message get retracted? Sorry, but I don't know, man.
It tends to show up when you're reading about a place you'll probably never visit, or watching a documentary about a completely different kind of life and feeling the gap. The internet has probably made this worse. You've never had such easy access to evidence of all the lives you're not.
There's this one psychologist which is talking. He says something very interesting. He say something like we belong to a collective consciousness. I think it's Jung, or I think Carl Jung. That's his theory, or another one, or I don't know, man. I don't know who's the famous psychologist that say that, but yeah.
Living. Every corner of human experience is one click away, which is incredible.
So you are basically it's like you are everyone and you are no one at the same time. Yeah.
And also sometimes a lot to sit with. Because no matter what you choose, you're always aware of everything you.
But the thing is, if you look at it at the optimistic standpoint, right? I mean, yeah, that's how people live in general. If you choose something, you're gonna give out every other stuff. If I choose to, play this game on stream, I basically, it's not playing every other games, which is like I think he's just overthinking, man. Yeah. Should we overthink about this? But this is called onism. Onism. Yeah. Okay, sure. Cool video.